Okay, is it gonna go? Because it's been a minute. Alrighty. It is good to be back, everyone. Happy New Year to all of you. Rhonda, I'm sure you're happy to be back again as well. We've been gone for a minute. I'm not hearing you, sweetie. Rhonda, I'm not hearing you. Rhonda? Or is it just
So,
me? Okay, there you are.
no,
Okay.
it's just connectivity. That's all. It'll
Oh, okay. All right.
eventually
Okay.
come back.
Oh boy. Connectivity is happening again.
Yeah,
Um, It was fine before, now it's not working.
I don't know why. I can't.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's hopefully that we'll be able to continue with the show tonight. Okay. So it's good to be back. And yeah. And I believe this is our 80th show. Isn't that amazing? Our 80th show from the time we began to now. So it's so good to be back with everyone. And um, anything you would like to speak or say on, Rhonda, before we go on?
Yes, I'm just, it's amazing this. We were just having all kinds of conversation before we went live, and then as soon as we go live, my connectivity issues start up. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So we're going to just say that we're going to be fine and we're going to go on. Just want to quickly mention Witches Fest to everyone. And anything else you want to mention before we go on with the rest of the show tonight?
I did want to mention that, well, first of all, Fred Dark Moon, hey, I see you in the chat. I see you, Fred. Happy New Year.
Oh, he's there. That's so
Um,
awesome. I'm so happy. Hi.
yes. And again, I hope my connectivity issues don't blow up tonight. That is so annoying. It's so frustrating. But hopefully they won't be a problem. Um, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Well, welcome back, everybody. 2025 is here,
Yes.
our 80th show. Can't believe it. We've
Yes. Oh
been
my
off for
gosh.
a little bit.
It-
It's been great. I
yeah.
hope you had a chance to rest up a little bit, Star.
I did. I was a bit sick for a bit, and then and I know you were also ill. We just things happened, and it is what it is. And now we're in 2025, and I'm like, I can't believe we're in 2025. I'm not, it is what it is, and we're there, and we're
Unbelievable.
gonna make it
Right.
work. We're gonna just make this year work, right? We're gonna make it work the way we want it to work. So
Absolutely.
we'll just
Absolutely.
do that.
Absolutely.
So, and do
We
check
just have
out
to.
Witches Fest. Don't forget to check out Witches Fest, which is going to be July 12th this year. So go to the website, witchesfestusa.org, and check it out. See what you want to come and see us with. We're going to be putting up all of our guests soon. We've been rebuilding the website back to what it was. So
Mhm.
give us some time to put everything up with all of our guests
That's right.
or that we're going to be having. All right. Okay. And I think you wanted to mention you were having classes starting.
I do have classes starting. I have classes that are evergreens, so they are my virtual classes. Those run year round, but I do have classes that are in person every other Monday, and these are all in Milford, New Jersey. This is in Central Jersey. We're not talking up in the north. So this is Central Jersey. So I have my Monday night classes. I have Wednesday classes that are for new tarot readers. Those start up on the 15th at Riverside Wellness. I do have a couple of events that I'm working on for this year. First of all, I'm going to be at StarCon virtually. StarCon, that will be on, it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to get the dates wrong, but let me just pull them up really quickly. The 15th, I believe it is. Where's my calendar? But anyway, I will be on the Friday morning session virtually. I was hoping to be in person, but no, that's in Florida. And then, of course, we have WitchCon coming up also.
I
So
was
I'll
just
be
gonna
teaching at
say
that.
that. I was, as you mentioned that, I was just gonna say we're gonna be on WitchCon as well.
Yes,
We both have
yes,
classes that we're teaching on WitchCon. I honestly don't
yes,
remember mine offhand, so join us on witchcon.com
yes,
and see what other great guests that Christian Day and Brian has going for you guys. Okay, Brian
yes,
Kane. So
yes.
do join us there as well. Oh, and
Lots going on.
our classes with the WFT Academy of Pagan Studies, where again we teach people theology across the board because we they can become licensed state reverends and then they become reverends in all 50 states in Canada. So the classes begin on the 12th of January, and I guess I don't know if we still have time to take registration from anyone. So if you want to check it out, WFT Academy of Pagan Studies.org. All righty.
Beautiful.
And I guess that's it, right, for now? Of just kind of
Just to
catching up
say,
with everyone.
I have Northern New Jersey Tarot actually is back. That's
Okay.
my meetup group. So we're meeting once a month. But the
Is that
structure
in
for
person?
2020, that is a virtual and hopefully in person if I find a
Okay.
spot that's going to work. But the structure for 2025 is it's very structured. There's no uh requirement to have had, practice with reading. You could be a newbie or not, but we're going through the major arcana and the minor arcana related cards. Ace, well, zero, actually, we will start with the fool, but aces through, so magician through the hermit, important that since we'll be speaking about him today, we'll be going through aces through the hermit, aces through nines, and linking those two minor and major arcana cards together.
All right. Sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys have heard a lot of great stuff that you guys should be checking out this coming year, and hope you can join us with them. If
Yes.
there's anything else, we'll let you guys know throughout the year. All right. So I want to know. Wait. Do we want to do any of the clips of any of our shows that will be coming back for this year? Maybe you want to do that
Yeah,
first before
let's
we
do
move on.
that. Absolutely. Our other programming here on Magical Witchy World TV.
All right. So we are gonna
Fabulous.
go with the tarot card of the year report, and we're gonna do that under astrology a bit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, the tarot card of the year, we're starting with the year of the Hermit. 2025 is the year of the Hermit, as I
I
just
thought you were gonna
mentioned.
put on
That's
the clip for the astrology. That's why I waited.
Oh, well, hold
So
on
I
a
waited for
second
you to do
then.
that.
Okay, okay.
I am too programmed to the show and what comes next that I'm just like waiting for something.
It's okay. I love it. I love it. We need to have our tunes. I get it. It's all good. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that was
So,
funny. I was just like waiting and I'm going, okay.
it's
Anyways,
all good.
so okay, so what Rhonda did the annual tarot card of the year report, which is for 2025, which she says is the year of the hermit, a journey inward. Tarot cards can be used as a storytelling device, which we've known for many years, right? To spark conversations,
Mhm.
inspire ideas, and reveal new perspectives. Some say that tarot can be a powerful tool for personal growth and empowerment, and that it can help people connect with their intuition and truth. And traditionally, tarot was used as a way to predict the future, but at its core was always a way to help people make big decisions. All right,
Right.
Rhonda, go ahead.
So the tarot deck itself, yeah, the deck itself, tarot, however you choose to pronounce it, is comprised or is made of two overarching groups of cards: the major arcana and the minor arcana. The major arcana represents the story of the soul's progression in a lifetime and are numbered 1 through 21. The minor arcana, I'm sorry, 0 through 21 to be specific. The minor arcana are the remaining 56 cards in the full 78 card deck and relate to what's happening in your day to day life. So they offer your present situation is affecting you and are further characterized by we have the royal court. So the court cards, there are 16 of those: the page, the knight, the queens, and the kings. We have the suits, the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles. And those are called the pip cards. And then, of course, we have our major arcana, 0 through 21. Those are all of our cards. So the tarot card of the year is a major arcana card. And that represents the lessons, challenges, and opportunities that occur in a person's life during a given year. So for 2025, we have a card of the year. It also indicates the archetypical energies that will be present during that year and suggests personal qualities that you can work with.
All right. And so in 2024, the tarot card of the year was strength, as it is the eighth card in the deck. So 2024, you kind of take it and you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. And 2024 has been a strength year and it has not been disappointed. Looking at the global events of the past 12 months, we can track the many opportunities we've been offered to understand just how strong we are, both physically and more importantly, spiritually. And we have just spent the year truly coming to understand that we are spiritual beings as well as physical, and that our strength is reflected not just in what we can physically manage, but to a greater extent, our strength is reflected in our higher self, our spirit. In our strength here, we were able to demonstrate our strength to the world as well as to ourselves. And where were you challenged to find your strength in 2024? Health, career, relationships, social injustice, or perhaps the effects of war? What did you do to rise to the challenge?
Mhm.
How did you find and demonstrate your strength? How did your strength transform you? And have
Mhm.
Rhonda take off with the
Tw-
Hermit year.
the 20 yeah, and the 2024 was definitely a challenging year for many. It was
Yeah.
definitely a year where we found out our inner strength. If you look at the strength card, and why didn't I have my cards handy dandy? I'm going to pull it up here. If you look at the strength card, you see there's a woman holding or basically stroking a lion, and she's trying to represent, or she does represent spirit having, um, if you will, I don't want to say dominion, but having mastery, spirit, the woman having mastery over the physical, which was the lion. So for the hermit year, the hermit now is the inward journey. Now that we're in 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, we're in a 9 year, and 9 in the major arcana is the hermit. And that is where we meet ourselves. The hermit is where we actually meet ourselves in the major arcana. It's a very reflective card. Um, The hermit year will have us focus on the journey inward and climbing the path toward enlightenment. And the significance of the hermit. This is really interesting, as many people see the hermit as this lone figure, and I'm going to pull this card up here in a second.
Yeah,
Many
I was
people,
looking while you're speaking. I was trying to find the card, those two cards.
yeah, many people see that hermit figure as this lone character. He's just standing on top of a mountain, and let's see if I can pull it out here. And he has a lantern that he's holding in his hand, high above. I shouldn't say high above, but here's the strength card. So if you look at strength, there's
All
this
right,
big
I
stroking
like
the
that.
mountain. That was last year, 2024. But this is a card that shows really spirit is having control because she's mastering that lion. Spirit really is having control over that beast, if the animal. But now that we're going into the, I'm just going to pull up. You know what? Bear with me while I grab my teaching deck because that's going to be easier for me to work with. The
The
teaching
which
deck, 'cause
one?
big. My big cards, my teaching deck. This is just easier to show you, and it's easier to see. And it's the Rider Waite Smith deck that everybody is used to seeing. It's the deck that I teach with. So that's our strength card from last year. But this is the Hermit for 2025. So this lone figure, many people see the Hermit as a lone figure who is in this very stark energy, right? Very gray robe, etc. And he even resembles a stone pillar. And I've had many clients see this card and immediately think the worst, as if it simply meant they were going to be alone. As is the case with all of the tarot cards, there's so much more than what initially meets
Yeah.
the eye. The Hermit in the Rider Waite Smith deck faces left, a sign that they are looking to the past. They're holding their lantern up in that direction to better illuminate where they've been and, in turn, better understand how that has influenced where they are now and where they're going. Everything in the card means something. Everything. And when you take a closer look at the card, let's dive in a little bit. The lantern and the star. So the hermit carries a lantern with a six-pointed star, a hexagram, which is inside and represents the union of opposites, of fire and water, literally. And if you can see, oops, let's get this closer. If you can see the shape of the star, it's an upside down triangle inside a right side up triangle, the union of fire and water. It also represents the notion of as above, so below, and the balance between the physical and the spiritual, which is kind of what we just went through with the strength year we just came out of. The spiritual and the physical, the balance of the two are now represented in that star inside the lantern. So in
Mhm.
2024, our strength year was about coming to terms with understanding that we are both physical and spiritual beings. And now that understanding is represented as the hexagram star in the hermit's lantern. The fact that we are both physical and spiritual beings is the light that illuminates our path. That is so key to understand. The fact that we are both physical and spiritual. That is the light that illuminates our path now that we move into this hermit year. All right,
That's
I've
awesome.
rambled a bit.
See, I found the hermit, but I did not find the the
The
the
strength
strength.
card.
I don't
Ah,
know why I can't find it. But anyways,
she's in
we have
there.
the hermit in this one.
So I'll hold up this while you continue on with the.
It's okay. I you did the hermit, and I'm gonna go on to the other part.
Hmm.
So the hermit's attire and gaze. The hermit wears a hooded cloak like that of a monk. He is stripped down of worldly things, and as a monk would do, his focus is directed on his spiritual work and inner purification. I don't think you guys can see mine so well. His gaze is lowered and showing he is not focused on what lies outside of him, but on what is inside. He is also reflective and introspective. His white hair and beard symbolize the time required to achieve the wisdom he seeks. The symbolism of the staff. The staff is a symbol of a person on a journey. The journey itself might not be easy and may require travel across uneven terrain, but the hermit is committed to completing the journey of traversing the inner terrain and climbing to the top of the mountain to reach that enlightenment, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
That's that's the year we're in, folks. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of
Determination, a lot of
inside
things,
work,
a
but
lot
it's
of
good
introspection.
stuff. Yes. So, embracing the hermit's lessons. As we embrace the hermit year, we are invited to look back and reflect on our personal journeys. This is a time to honor the knowledge we've gained and use it to illuminate the path forward. While we may face challenges and uncertainties, we now have the opportunity to deepen our understanding of our true nature as spiritual beings having a physical experience. In this year of introspection, let us remember that solitude does not equate to loneliness. Instead, solitude is a sacred space for growth, transformation, and enlightenment. As we climb the inner mountain, guided by the light of our own wisdom, we continue our soul's journey with renewed clarity and purpose.
That's awesome. I love all of that.
Yes.
And actually,
Yes.
I seek my solace a lot. I like being alone. Actually, I like doing a lot of things alone, which
Mm.
people would probably look at me oddly, and I really don't care. But then that's just me. I would go to the
Right on.
movies alone. I would do a show or whatever it is alone. But
Right on.
that's when I used to go out a lot, like before the pandemic, in the before times. I
Yes,
used to
in the
do a lot
before
of going.
times.
I used to go and do a lot of things alone, and I actually enjoyed it. I would go and take myself out to a dinner and a movie, and
Right,
we always
right.
you can do that comfortably without being thinking that you have to always have someone with you, because I actually enjoyed that time. I got to
Yeah,
think, and I didn't have to do anything to be entertaining with anyone. It just felt
right.
comfortable and nice, and in a way maybe that was very introspective and very much all about learning about yourself.
Yes,
So, and being comfortable with yourself. Not everyone is
absolutely.
comfortable by themselves. That's just the way it is.
That is very
So,
true.
this is
That
the
is
year that's
very
teaching
true.
us that we've got a lot of things that we can do like that.
Precisely.
Finally found strength.
There's so much going on with this year, and I just wanna say hello to Marie. Marie, is that you in the chat? Marie. Yes. Hi, Marie.
Hi,
Nice
Marie,
to
and
see
everyone,
you here.
and
Thank you
anyone
for
else
being
that's here.
here. Yes,
Um,
in the chat. Thank you, and happy New Year.
yeah,
Yeah, no, going out on your own, going to a movie, going to the dinner.
just having
The
being time
fact
with
that the
yourself.
hermit, and this is such a yes. So as I mentioned, my Northern New Jersey tarot, which you can find all over the, socials, whatever. Northern New Jersey tarot. This year, when we finally get to the hermit, which we won't be doing until the end of the year because it's number 9. Um, the hermit is connected or aligned with the 4 nines in the tarot. Wands, 9 of cups, 9 pentacles, 9 of swords. They're all connected or aligned with this energy. And we'll be diving deep into the number 9, diving deep into this energy as well when we finally get to that month, the end of the year.
Awesome.
Uh,
That's
but there's so
that's
much even
awesome.
about the shape of the number. There's so much to do with, and as you take the time this year to look inward and reflection, recognizing that this is acknowledging the lessons and the wisdom you have gained to this point in time. It really does acknowledge and says that everything you've been to date has its purpose and reason, and that is what is it going to help you to illuminate your path forward. But we have to go back and acknowledge what we've been through had meaning. And sometimes we don't
Yeah.
see that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to spend some
Yeah,
time this
that's
year
a lot
doing
of
that work.
reflection. That's good. Yeah, it's a lot of good
Right on.
work.
Right on.
Before actually, let's do the tarot and then we'll talk about some things that's coming up. Okay,
Yes.
so let's do what we normally do. Let's do the tarot clip first, and then we're gonna do that part of us pulling a card.
Yeah. Right on. Absolutely. Let's get back to our process. Let's see here. Tarot time.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, I think you should to ask us the question about what is it that we want to pull one card for.
We are only on January 3rd. We're coming out of a new moon in Capricorn. So we're early days into this new year. And I'm, you know, when we turn the calendar to the new
You're going
year.
in and out.
And the only would ask, am I breaking up and I'm going in and out? Oh, man, sorry about we need to meditate on, just to think about. Just what do we need to think about as we enter into this new year? What is the first area of focus as we
In other
enter
words,
into
our
this new year?
priorities, right?
Right.
What our priorities are.
Just the first blush. What's that first energy of priority? What is our area of focus for this new as we enter into this new year?
Okay. So what have you got, lady?
I have the Two of Swords.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
Lord.
she seems so apropos for what you mentioned between the strength and the hermit. That's very apropos. But
Right?
to
Because
me it
she
is
literally
anyways.
I agree. I mean, I look at this and I say, okay, well, as I mentioned, what are we going to be doing with Northern New Jersey Tarot? We're connecting the minor arcana to the major arcana. The two in the major is the high priestess. So we'll be speaking about this card soon enough as we go into the high priestess of two energies. She is connected to the high priestess in the sense that look at her, she's blindfolded. She has that crescent moon over her head. She has all that water. All of these are symbols or things that you notice with the high priestess, not the blindfold, but the fact that she's using her inner sight to help her see what needs to be done. So this for me, when I look at this and I say, so what is the thing that is what's my first area of focus? It for me is the acknowledgement of trusting my inner sight, meaning take the time to be still, be quiet in nighttime where it's dark and things are softer. It's time to be inward reflective. The energy of the hermit is exactly that. But this is a time for me to be inward reflective while I am, as you can see in this image, trying to do the thing of protecting my heart. I have to be inward reflective in this moment and not necessarily, and to be cautious or to be aware of the fact that in the process of being inwardly reflective, I could also be emotionally detached. And that is a cautionary tale. That is a cautionary tale. I'm a Scorpio, so there's just so
Right.
much that I'm gonna ever let anybody see. So that's a cautionary tale for me.
Okay. Is she with water behind her, like the ocean or something
Mhm.
behind her?
Yep,
It
yep.
is,
She
right?
has all that
Okay.
water.
I thought
Yep.
so. I thought so. Yeah.
And
And
so
that's
all
interesting.
of the emotion that's going on. And I'm a water sign, so this makes perfect sense to me.
Okay. And
What do
as you
you
can see,
have?
the Queen of Cups. And look at her. She's languishing right in front of the ocean
Ooh,
and
look at all
the
that water.
giant seashell behind her.
Mhm.
I love that the fact that she's sipping her tea or whatever it is, or wine or whatever, and she's chilling. She's looking out at the ocean. And you mentioned emotions, and there's a lot of emotion there,
Mhm.
but yet she's trying to. It's almost like if she's sitting there and she's saying, things are going to happen, but you know what? I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sip my wine, chill,
Mhm.
and I'm going to just say, let it come. And I'll deal with each one at a time, bring it on, kind of a thing. I'll take it on one by one. I'm not going to just little bites at a time because I don't want to take on too much. And then I'm overwhelmed. So this is the Queen of
Right.
Cups. She knows about full on
Yes.
everything, emotions and everything else. And she's, I'm just going to deal in little bites at a time because I'm not that it's not going to overwhelm her, but she's basically decided I am not going to allow it. So I'm going to control the narrative.
Yes.
I'm going to control the bites. I'm going to control all of it that's coming at me, despite it seeming like it's overwhelming and trying to overwhelm me. I'm going to say, stop, whatever it is, I will deal with one at a time. And if you can't handle that, bugger off, kick rocks and anything else that you want.
Right.
But I'm going to do it in
That's it.
sizes that will
Kick
handle
rocks.
it.
Right
And
on.
I'm just like looking at
Right
her. She
on.
looks so contented with all of that. Like, this is
I
what I'm going
love
to
the
do.
queen.
And she's being the queen that she is. She's just like, in all
Yeah.
her regal attire and just, you know, so I like this
I
card. To
love
me,
that
this
queen.
is was
That's
very calming.
yes.
It's that's what I mean. It's so calming. It's so, you know, she even has flowers on her lap that she's just resting there and she's just, I've got this big giant seashell at my back. So she's got very strong protection behind her. So
Yes,
it's
she
a lot.
does.
It's a lot of things right there. And it's all good. Bring it on.
Love that.
And
I love
in a
that
way,
queen.
it's
That's
kind
right.
of it kind of makes me think we expect so many things and we're like, oh my gosh, for 2025 and beyond. And I'm just like, she's just basically saying it's things are gonna happen anyways. So it's a matter of
Mhm.
how am I
Mhm.
gonna handle it? If it's gonna
Yes.
happen, good, bad, or indifferent, how am I gonna handle it? It's not how
Yes.
it's gonna come
Yes.
at me, but how am I gonna handle it? So
Precisely
based on,
so.
yeah, yeah. So
Precisely
I'm
so.
with her. I'm with her
Important.
all the way. I'm just gonna work it the way it is. So I'm good with that.
She's a queen. She
I
handles her
know.
business.
They
She
just
is
do. They're
a
like,
queen.
yes,
She
yes.
handles love that. That's it. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
question. Love it.
yeah.
Love it.
So it's
So,
all good. It's all good.
you first
So,
focus, areas of focus that ease into this year.
yes,
For me, the word for this year is is
yes,
is not it's not the word that I've chosen for the year yet, as or the word that's chosen me. That has to come to me, whatever. The word for 2024 I didn't get until almost end of August. That's how late in the year before it came to me. But the word that sits with me right now is gentleness,
yes.
because
Take
we've
care of
been
you.
through so much in this last 12 months that right now it's about gentleness and tenderness and kindness, and like you say, taking care of you, tending to your own needs. That is so key, and being
Yeah.
gentle with ourselves.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for the next show, I
Mm,
believe, should be having a guest. But the main thing is we're going to be bringing the beginning of the year tarot horoscope and stuff like that for you guys.
yes.
So let's
Yes.
see what comes up for each of us and our signs and everything else, and we'll go from there. We'll begin the
Yes.
year with looking at things that's going to be coming up. All
I'm
right?
excited. I'm excited to see what the year has in store. And please,
Yes.
you guys, if there are people you'd like to have on the show, if you want to be on the show, just message us. Contact us, star me on the Facebook page, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah,
Let us know who you're interested in seeing. And, we'd be happy to have that conversation. Really
absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Or any topics of conversation that you guys would like us to hit on, because sometimes certain things that people have asked us to do, it has been controversial or
So,
whatever it
yeah.
is. But sometimes it's things that needs to be dealt with or
Yeah.
spoken about with different things. So within our communities, because there's always somebody saying who's right and who's wrong, and you're like,
Right.
yeah, bugger off with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we again want to say Happy New Year to all of you. May all of you have all the things that you wish it to be, the prosperity, the health, the love, everything that you wish to have for 2025. May it be a very fruitful year for you all. Okay.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
healthy. That
Absolutely.
healthy part is a big deal, just so you guys
Healthy.
please
effort.
take care of yourselves. And we don't
Yes.
mean just physically, we mean mentally as well, because
Yes.
It's going to be a lot coming at us. And you saw that queen, right? She just
Yeah,
kind of said, I'll just have something great at my back to protect me, and I will bring it on, and I'll sip my tea and watch it happen and take it bites at a time. All right? So
absolutely.
you guys take it.
Ah,
And we will see you guys next Friday because we are back.
we are back. Have a great
So,
week, everyone. We'll see you.
Don't forget
Oh, wait.
to please go
Like,
ahead, yeah,
subscribe, and share.
absolutely.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. And thank you for being here with us tonight. Okay, take care.